Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is the Alternative Voice. And as you know, every Saturday night we are here at 8 p.m., and that's the East Africa time. Join us in this live discussion tonight. How is your evening going? How are you where you are watching us from? Are you from Nairobi, Kenya? Are you watching us from Alberta in Canada? Are you watching us in Joburg in South Africa? Are you watching us from Kisumu? Are you watching us from Mombasa County? Are you watching us from Lagos, Nigeria? Welcome. This is Alternative Voice, and I'm your host, Cleophas Luo. Join us live on Facebook and YouTube. If you're already tuned, thank you very much for joining this live discussion. I'm your host for tonight, and this is the Alternative Voice. Like, follow, and subscribe to that YouTube channel and follow that page on Facebook. Joining me live in this discussion, today we are flying abroad, and we are going abroad through Alberta in Canada. And there we are meeting one amazing person who is already here, and Zedy. That's our guest tonight. I don't know whether there is a problem with your connection, because seemingly we are losing the signal of the video. If you can check it, then I know it will buff and come back to this live feed tonight. Tell us, where are you watching us live from? This is the Alternative Voice, and thank you very much, Millicent and Josephine, for being the early birds of tonight. Zedy, we are slowly getting you back. Karibu, this is the Alternative Voice. Ambia watu wewe ni nani? Like you are who? You are who inside here? Bendeta Kieti. Karibu.
Thanks so much. I think this is the first time being online. Like, I've never been hosted before.
This is a great opportunity for you, Zedy, to be here and share with us some of the things that you really have to share tonight.
Yeah, okay. My name is Zedy, just like you said. I'm the founder of the Black Zedy Media, based here in Canada. I just started it just like some 3 months ago. It's not that something big, But all in all, I'm just trying to trying your level best to fix in within the system. You know what I mean? So
okay, so Zedy, where is home? Where is home? Nah,
I'm born.
How is it? How do you find yourself in Canada?
Okay, I'm born and raised in Kisumu. You personally, you know me. Me and you, we come a long way.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm born and raised in Kisumu, and I came here through I can say through scholarship. I immediately from high school, I was supposed to go to KU to do environmental science. And then a relative of mine applied to me at university this side, and then it was funny enough that the day that I was supposed to report at the KU is the same day that I was accepted this side. So
Wow.
yeah. So
we have this request from the technical team. We are requesting you exit using the same link that you joined this feed with, so that we can get the clarity of the video. Kindly exit, or done if possible on the production end. Exit Zedy, then he'll be back in a few so that we can continue with this discussion. He can tell us where he has been, and just to be curious, if you've been able to get a scholarship and you've gone abroad and here you are back at home, how is life? And if you're watching us from abroad, how is it? Is it all rosy abroad? And Zedy Mdee is here to tell us more about his diaspora story. Many of you think it's all rosy. We have Millicent. That's Josephine Kieti, tuned in from Nairobi. Bendetta Kieti, tuned. There's a whole family that is here. And we have Samuel Mtotoake B on it. Thank you very much, Sami, for being part of this discussion. Paul Kinothia, tuned in from Soy. Asante sana, Paul, for being part of this. And Millicent Ochieng, tuned in from Nairobi, Kenya. Zeddy, I can see you're back, and this is a little bit clearer than the feed that we had initially. So I cut you short when you were telling us more on how you got yourself to go to Canada and how everything went. Which school did you go to? Where is home? Like, au majamaa wenye wako live sahii wanataka kukuona. Umejua nimewambia ati I'm hosting a CEO and a founder of Black Zedy Mdee. Wakadhani ni mtu mwingine mkubwa, mtu mwingine mwenye ameshaomoka, amefika nini zake. Yes. Tell us more. Who is Zedy Mdee? Is Zedy Mdee your real name? How did you get to Zedy Mdee? We only know Vanessa Mdee, and that's what Millicent was telling me when I
I'm like from the family of the Mdee.
The Mdees. Yes, Samuel Mtotowabi.
Let me start from my name, Zedy Mdee, okay?
Yes.
So, my name is Zadok, okay? So, but the word Mdee I was given by my sister, okay? So back then we used to have Tero Mdee. You can remember Tero Mdee. She used to host the Straight Up in KTN.
Yes.
So I used to like watching Straight Up back then, and I was like, wow. I used to like her personality and how she hosted the show, you know. And I started to call myself Mdee. So from back then, people my sister she started calling me Mdee, and I was like, okay, so that's gonna be my name. So since the short form of Zadok is Zedy, so I put Mdee there, so I'm called Zedy Mdee. You're not the first person to ask me if I come from the Mdee family.
It was a real concern, and I'm glad everyone is here, and we have Beyond My Ears. I hope that's the YouTube channel. Lazy and Tuned from Nakuru, Lysian. Mimi Bree Eldoret is listening. Yes, very tuned in. Thank you very much, Bree, for being part of this discussion. And we have Pauline Otieno. Zeddy, your classmates are watching.
The gang in the house.
Thank you very much, Pauline, Bree, and everyone who is here on YouTube and Facebook. And so, Zeddy, we dive straight into the discussion tonight, and the topic, if you can get it from the production team, if you can get tonight's topic, and that's, yes, we're soon having that banner, and there it is. Is it all rosy abroad? My diaspora story. Zeddy, you've told us how you ended up being in Canada and how life panned to be. So kindly tell us briefly, is it all rosy as we think outside here? How has your experience been so far? And how many years have you been there since you left? I don't know whether you've come back home.
I'll come back home soon. But the life experience in Canada, I cannot say that it is that the way people think it is. No, most of the time back at home, people always thought that, oh, if you go abroad, it's a kind of a good life, or you got $1, you have money. It's not. It's not. It is just the same way that, for example, when you cook a chapati, you see the cooked side is always appealing, right?
Yes.
But the other side is not appealing to the eye, right?
Yes.
Same thing. Life at the beginning is kind of stressful in a way that some of the time you just wish you could be. I wish like, oh, this is not what I expected to be here. They say it is good. Most of the time when you picture abroad, what you can see the tall building, nice. You see But in reality, it is full of challenging. But you have to there's a steps that you have to come up until that time you're gonna feel like, okay, now I made a story. So when I was coming this side, but it was rough at the beginning because this side you go to school, like you work, and then for a person like me, I pay my own fee. Okay, you go to school, after school, you go to work, and then you have to keep going in life, and the fee is very expensive this time. The international student pay 3 times as the regular student. I
Three
can,
times.
yeah,
3 times the regular students. So
three times the
roughly,
regular, 3 times the regular student.
okay.
So, for example, in Kenya, one semester, if you are through how do you call it? The parallel student.
PP, PSSP, yes, the private sponsored.
The self-sponsored student back in Kenya, the so-called parallel student. What I use in
Yes.
what the money I use in 1 year is equivalent of 2 semesters of a parallel student back at home.
Wow.
Yeah. So it has been crazy, but all in all, I appreciate being this side. It's such an amazing place to be. Culture-wise, you meet good people, people
So
meant in a way.
Zeddy,
Yeah.
Zeddy, and that brings me to the concern that once you're there and you've said education-wise how expensive it is, and now I'd like you to attach some value to it. Can you say that it's more of quality other than
The
when
education
you are
system,
here?
the education system. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, we had a discussion before this live show, and there were those who were saying that Masomo ya high school, they were just lies. Those who are doing engineering back in India, those who are
Uh,
taking various courses. How
uh,
can you compare our Kenyan education system to the one that you are? Now that I know very well you went through primary,
mm.
were you in Panpieri? Panpieri in Kisumu?
I, I, I,
Yes.
I went to primary school. I can't deny that.
Yes.
uh,
Panpieri Secondary School. Then,
no, not secondary
which
school.
high school? Which secondary school did you go?
Sawagongo.
Sawagongo, another good school in Nyanza. And so you are to report to Kenyatta University, and during the same time, that's when you got to know that kuna opportunity. Maju, how can you compare our education system to that of Canada? Is our education system so cheap, and how is the quality? Yes.
Let me start with the quality. Canada is ranked one of the country with the best education system in the world. You can fact check that. The education system of this side is so much quality that I cannot compare with Kenya's education system. If you look at the university setup back then in Kenya, it is also much different with the university setup this side. In Kenya, I had that for you to go to the next level, you have to get something like 45%, right?
Yes.
They said it is 65%.
Unajaribu kusema pass for those people in the campus and they're watching. Pass ya Canada is 65.
65% plus.
Oh.
And we start negotiating from 65% plus is when they can hear whatever you're saying. In Quebec, Kenya, a friend of mine tell me that it's only 45%. And if you meet that 45%, I don't know, they take retake, you say it is a retake, right?
Yes, there's a receipt.
Yeah, something like that. So the quality of education this side is good. The quality of education is nice. Uh, and like I said, Canada has the best education system. You can fact check that. And I really like it in the sense that, and then they also, most of the time, most of the people, if you finish education here, and then you have that Canadian certificate, there's a they are not you are there will be no in the issue that you find somebody or have been tamarking in the road for looking for a job for like more than 10 years. Even if you didn't find something that you went to school, you went to study in school, you're still gonna find a job that will relate to what you went to do in school.
So there's Julian on YouTube anasema pasi yetu ni 40%, less than that 45. Actually, it's lower than the quote that you've given us. That's 45. And actually, in most universities, you get a pass once you have 40, above 40. And below that, you'll get supplemented just to boost you so that you can move to the next level. We have Rono Chongini on Facebook. Great conversation, Okurugenzi. Does money grow on trees abroad?
It is no. Money does not grow on tree abroad. You have to struggle about it. Let me tell you one thing. My first job, I was a dishwasher.
Ngoja tupeleke polepole. Dishwasher.
Mimi nilikuwa naosha vyombo. Wacha niseme tu. You see,
Yes.
you see.
Tell us about this Zeddy and how the struggle was at first doing that.
When I get here, I had that mentality that everything in abroad is the way we see it, the way we think about it. When you reach here, it is another mind setup. One of the most fundamental key in this side is time. Time is one of the most important key. For me, I've seen here, because these people, they really value time. The time you go to job, the time you get into class, because some of the time you have a class, within 25 minutes you have to shift from class to your work, and time has been one of the most thing I've seen. These people, they really value time. As back in Kenya, is not the case.
Time is money. Time is money. We only have it written down. Are we practicing it?
So the life experience, in the sense that when I came this side, I had it in mentality that everything is okay the way we thought about it. But when I came this side, I was like, wow, it's difficult. It's different. It's not the way I thought about it. So when I came this side, they told me that, oh, now you're gonna be a man now. You have to struggle. You have to struggle to make it, and that has been my motto: struggle until you make it. It is not easy. It is not easy at all. Most of the people back at home, they think that every time you ask somebody who is abroad or in Europe, any kind of that these people, they just have money, they can give you any money anytime you ask about it. It's not. Some of the times I don't even have food in the house, and somebody like, oh, I need this kind of money. For example, let me tell you. For example, let me give an example of a phone bill. Okay.
Yes.
If you go to buy a phone, for example, this phone, they're gonna get your information, blah blah blah, and then they give you a phone. So this phone, you're supposed to pay it monthly for about $75 to $65 per month. As opposed to Kenya, you go with your 10,000 and then you buy a phone. The only thing that you can do, buy credit every time and then, right? So it is something that if only we could even explain to people to understand, but you just know Kenyan, they don't understand. Every time, oh, that guy is abroad, man, that's my guy's money. He's not. He's not.
Zedy Mdee, you're breaking this down, and everyone, if you're watching and you have your relatives abroad, kindly check on them. Some of them don't have food. Now, kama Zedy, we can just organize as the alternative voice. At any time, amesema ana unga, tunaona vile omena inafika huko. Watu wangu kutoka Kisumu, if you're watching us, Pauline, everyone, we now know the situation abroad, and we are still dissecting this. There are questions coming through on Facebook and YouTube, and we have everyone who is tuned across the country and even abroad. We have Jillian Akaliza. Yes, Julian Akaliza. How did the Black Saint media come about? Yes, that's one question that we'll be tackling slowly as we progress. And we have the next question, if I can get them done. That's Joshua Koth, tuned. Thank you very much for being part of this discussion tonight. And we have the aliens watching from my bed. I guess that bed is in Moi University main campus, Eldoret. That's Phelam. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Phelam, for that. We'll be coming to you, Zedy, on how Black Saint Media came about. With all these struggles and hassles that you have and you've gone through in Canada, where you are in Alberta, how has the struggle been, and how did you come up with the Black Saint Media, and what is it all about? What's your vision for it? What's the end goal, something that you really want to achieve at the end of it? All of that thought on that question that you'll be sharing with us immediately after this break that we're having. Christine Odhiambo tuned, and we have Don Jaka tuned and keen. That's our Mr. Producer. Yes, Mr. Producer kwa hapo, and we have JL Empire, my channel. Hello, my channel. Today we are here in Canada. Yes, there we are. Akaweka vitu zingine hapo zinakaa code zile zilitumwa na watu kutoka Amerika, wakasema hiyo ni code ya kulaunch nuclear weapon. Thank you very much, JL Empire, for always being here. JL Empire anauliza, umekutana na Miguna? Anaendeleaje?
Should I say that?
Tuambie umepatana na Generali.
I've not met Generali. Generali is like six hours drive from where am I?
Ah, nice.
I've not met Generali, and I wish one day ni met Generali.
Aha. Sawa. So Zedy, if you can answer the question from Jillian, how did Black Saint Media come about?
Okay, the Black Saint Media, back when I was in high school back then, I had a passion of being a producer. Okay, and yes, most of the time, I always have a passion of being behind the camera to tell, to showcase some of the things that people wanna get to know, and probably some of the time I always want to tell a story of somebody who have struggled in life. So when I get this side, there's a friend of mine, is called Steven. He had a production studio. It's called the Legendary Production. So when I get to Steven, I knew that Steven was a Luo, and he taught me some of the things about production. So I was like, okay, if you want to produce, you can do this, do that, blah, 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 And my interest just picked up. So the name Black Saint I borrowed it from St. Mary's Yard. They always call it the Black Saint, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I borrowed that from the Black Saint, and then I just add my media there because I always like
Zeddy,
St. Mary's Yard.
Zeddy, you are from Sawagongo. How did your love for St. Mary's Yala come about?
Because I have friends, I have a lot of friends back there.
Sawa,
I
sawa.
just like I just like black.
Okay, so after learning the tricks in the production, how did it advance to that stage whereby months ago you founded the Black Saints Media?
So like now since I had the experience and all those kind, I just come with like okay, uh, what should I do also to make myself get with the flow and the current situation back in Kenya because you know that's where I come from. So I always thought that what if I come up with a entertainment media that something like Gafla, Pasho, you see, Tuko, you know. So I just come up with that, and then I'm like, okay, what if I do this, and then I will be always trying to get to the current situation, entertaining Kenyan with gossip, news, and all those kind of entertainment thing that Kenyan like. That's why I came up with the BSM Entertainment. It is there on Instagram. It is there on YouTube, but it is growing. It has been only been there for like now, I think 3 to 4 months. Yeah.
That's positive. That's positive, Zeddy. And now on this specific path, you went abroad to take a course that is totally different from media. Which course are
Correct.
you doing? Because I understand you are currently on lockdown and you have your classes online.
Mm.
And if by any chance you're still in school, which course are you doing? And do you
Uh,
have any vision of taking another one? Because now you are getting into media, and there are so many things
uh,
you need to learn in media even before you crawl.
yeah. I'm doing business management. I'm almost graduating. But
Utuite hata kama ni virtual.
what's that?
Utuite hata kama ni virtual.
Uh, Ndawaita.
Yes, yes.
So I do business management, and I just have a passion on media, and I think probably I might in near future I might do something like course wise to just to to make me have some kind of a much knowledge about it. But this is just like what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to figure out to give it back to the people who know, like kind of an employment, you know. Yeah, like
So,
business.
Zeddy,
Yeah.
if I can ask you, there are so many things that are happening around in the country. We have those people who are being sacked because of some disagreements by their employers. And with the current COVID-19 situation in our country, people have lost jobs. And we have those people in the media industry who others have termed as they don't have the media ethics
Mm.
to talk ill about other situations that we are going through as a country. And the recent cases, I know you know them, and the case is still in court. We don't want to go deep into that situation and their sacking. But how are you blending these? Have you taken some short courses on media? Because anything that you share outside there, it can be in terms of attribution. You
Yeah.
mention your sources, and you maintain the ethics. How are you balancing this? You are in
Yeah.
business management, and now you are diving into the media world.
Yeah, I've taken some courses like before you put something there, you need to understand the current situation and some of the things that are required from you, not to be on the bad side of the, you know. So most of the time I'm always keen on things that I post on my wall. something like that. Be it entertainment, be it a gossip, all these kind of things. And what is happening back in Kenya is that I believe like everyone has a voice to express their feelings in a way that the Constitution also defend them. Okay.
Yes.
So what is happening? But I don't want to talk about it. But everybody, I believe, somewhere or within our mind or within our society or a setup, everybody has a expression, a right of expression. How you feel, how how you want things to go on your way, and the Constitution defend everybody within that kind of entity.
Wow. Zeddy, I would like to get your opinion on this. You've elaborated more on what and how Black Saints Media came about. And now, what's the end goal of this? We have unemployment rates on the rise in our country, in Kenya. What's the end goal of it to ensure that you solve at least a problem with the initiative that you have?
Okay. My end goal with the Black Saint Media, I would like to. The main reason why I formed it was not because of me. It was because of the current situation of the youth back at home. Okay.
Yes.
In a sense, but it is something I'm trying to set to check on how I can get a link with the people back at home, probably to have even 3 or 4 people that I can help me run it. Because me, I'm here, and most of the things that happen in Black Saint Media, it is
out of the ground. Yes.
Ground back at home.
Yes.
So that is what I'm in right now is a process of getting to know some of the people that I can work with, But so far so good. Most of the things I'm doing them.
A question from Millicent Ochieng on YouTube. There is the question: after the perfect quality of education in Canada, is there a guarantee of job immediately after school? I know that's a concern for most youth in the country. In Kenya, is that the same situation? And according to the question asked, is it true?
There is no immediate guarantee of job. But what I know, I haven't seen someone who finished education here and come up for 5 years still looking for a job. There's no immediate guarantee. But what I can say is that there are opportunity of job. That's what I can say. The only difference between here and Kenya is that Kenya, though there are jobs, okay, but how do you expect someone from university who just graduated from university to have 5 years experience of what he just did in university? There's no logic about it. It doesn't make sense. Okay. This side, what they see is how much are you has the ability to perform on your workforce. Okay.
Yes.
Things like integrity, honesty, those are some of the core fundamental things. Because for example, I graduated from business management, right? I'm not gonna be saying that, since I graduated, I'm going to get a job immediately. No, you have to struggle. You have to check. You have to go check some of the things that it is about struggle. But what I know is that at long last, you're gonna find it. But it's not gonna take as much as we see back in.
Amazing. Charles Musembi tuned in from County 001, that's Mombasa County. Millicent Ochieng is back with this question. I hear they pay well. I need just a one-word answer with few explanations if possible, but on this one, just a one-word answer, then we continue. I hear they pay well in Canada. Is it true?
Payment differ. Because okay, for example, in the province I am, they
Yes.
pay. I can say they pay. Let me just say what they pay per hour. They pay $15 an hour.
15?
$15 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And how many hours can you work a day? Is it the same as our country? Or you can work anytime, any day? Is it a 24-hour economy?
It is a 24-hour economy. But what I can say, it is a 24-hour economy, but it depends with the type of a job we're working at. People are working in the health sector. People are working at the transport sector. Not all jobs here are 24 hours economy, but what I know that there are some of the jobs that are 24 hours economy, health sector, transportation sector, some of the food service sectors. For example, here there's nothing like, oh, I'm working this time, tomorrow I'm not working that time. If you're working somewhere, they're gonna call you, hey, do you wanna work? Oh yeah, even if it is 2 a.m. in the morning, whoop on it. That will say time. They really value time.
Amazing, amazing insights from you, Zeddy. It's about time, and it depends with the job that you do and the hours, number of hours that it takes. Charles Musembi tuned in from 001. Beda Ouma tuned in pale Facebook watching. Thank you very much. Christine Odiambo watching from Canada. It's actually not rosy in abroad. You have to work so
That's
hard.
my cousin.
Ah,
Yeah,
interesting. Mano Kazindi.
yeah, that's my cousin, Christine. She's doing nursing.
Ah, interesting. Congratulations, Christine, for getting yourself there. Yes, do all it takes, then bring back the services at home. Zeddy, do you have a dream of coming back home and giving these services to your people back in Nyalenda, back in Game where you come from?
Do I have a dream?
Of coming back home when all this thing is done and render your services to your country people?
I have a dream one day I'll be back home. Yeah.
Amazing. Usirudi alafu uanze kuwa MCA. What do you want to do first? Do you want to get into politics?
I'm not good in politics.
Please come back and create some change in our society. We really need it. Kevin Amuhaya. There was a question that came along. Zeddy Mwonyo Ruzungu. That's a concern from Christine. Christine actually Mwonyo Ruzungu. Yes. Benedetta Mweni tuned. Thank you very much, Benedetta. And we have Mercy Achieng. Mercy, asante sana. Great journalist from Moi University. Anafanya kazi nzuri sana pale. Kevin Amohaya tuned in from Nairobi, Kenya. Thank you very much, Bwana Director, and continue with the good work. Yes, Christine, tushasema yake. Now, there was a question from Millicent. Millicent was asking if there are scholarship opportunities, the ones that you got, if there are any that are still available, as we bring this discussion almost to an end. We have like 5 minutes to bring it to an end, but if you can answer that, then we see how it goes. Zeddy.
The scholarship opportunity.
Yes.
I don't think you. Okay, let me just say this.
Yes.
I don't think mine was kind of a scholarship, but I think it was just a luck. Cause my uncle, I immediately finished high school. He tried to apply for me, and then since I had a good grade, cause they accept me, so I use the letter of acceptance to apply for my study visa coming. Yeah,
Interesting.
I think let me just put it straight like this. If if anybody who has a chance, who did well back then, who did well in high school, and you have someone who can help you immediately, that guy can send some application to the education institute this side. But if the education institute see how your credentials are good, they may give you a calling letter. But I have no idea about scholarship.
Interesting. Zeddy, by any chance you get an opportunity to have such information, kindly share with us as the alternative voice, and we'll put it outside there for our viewers and those people who continuously view our shows to apply. At least they can get to advance their education wherever they are. And we have another comment. James Jr., Luo accent. But Zeddy is a Luo from game. So, you know, game people are the learned people that we have here around in this country. JJ, Niko hapa. Yes. Thank you very much, Junior James. That's a comedian that we have here in Kenya and is doing well in Kisumu. Jillian Akazira. Hii jina inanisumbua. Jillian, how do you pronounce? Akaliza. Jillian, yes, like let's say you got a shift back to Kenya. Do you think our government will accept you like job opportunity? I think we'll give you a job opportunity once you're back. Do you think of that?
Do you think Kenyan government is gonna give me job opportunity?
Yes.
I think, yeah. I think they might consider me, since that, you know, most of the people who went to abroad to to go back with, I think they might consider me. But this is what I want to say. Before they consider, can they consider those youths back in Kenya that went to school to struggle and then trying to get a job? I have a friend of mine. This guy he finished KU 2010. Up to date, this guy's been walking up and down. You know, right now, the Kenyan situation in the job market is that it is not what you know, it is whom you know. Yeah. If you think that you have a class honor, blah blah blah, that one does not matter in the Kenyan market right now, job market. It is whom you know. I'm telling the truth.
It's not what you know, it's who you know. Zeddy, yeah. we are coming in thick and fast from. We have comments from across platforms on Facebook and YouTube. We have Zakwe Songa, and that's a question from. It's not even a question. Jillian Akaliza, to even dream about coming back to Kenya. Hii Kenya ni yetu tu walai. So we are here, hii Kenya ni yetu, and it's our business. Zakwe Songa. Yes, that's a good friend from the seminary, Zakwe Songa. And there I come again. Thank you very much for joining this live discussion. We are 47 minutes past 8 p.m. East Africa time and 43 minutes into this live broadcast. We have 2 minutes to the end of it, and we have Yufi Miriam tuned from Kisumu. Stella Odhiambo. You know Yufi?
I know Yufi, I know Stella.
Nice. Utapitisha salamu kwa Stella.
I greet you all.
Yes. So naona vile tunasalimia, actually ni hivyo ndo tunasalimiana. Cedric Ayeka, watu kutoka Kakamega najua wana watch, hivyo ndo sisi kutoka Kisumu tunapeana salamu. I greet you all. Sio nataka kusalimia jamii yote ya wanyama.
Yeah.
Ya wanyama. Everyone who tuned in for this live broadcast, thank you very much. Join us on the comment section. Tell us what you feel about the current situation in our country. Zeddy, to bring this discussion home, I would wish you to convey your message to your family. I know some are watching. I know a number of them who we interacted with in the course of the week once they heard that you are coming to our show tonight. What's your word to us Kenyans? wale ambao wamekiuka maagizo ya Wizara ya Afya.
Before I talk about that, somebody asked me about the issue of COVID-19 and the current situation here.
Yes. How is it?
Okay. COVID is here, and we don't know when it's gonna end. And I see back in Kenya, the situation is very hard right now. People have lost jobs, you know, there's the economy stuff. But I think like the Kenyan government should have done something about it, in the sense that, like you see this side, when the COVID hit, okay, the government this side decided to do something in the way that people should continue with their normal life. Okay, there are some of the subsidies money that were given to the people. Okay, so if the Kenyan government could have considered the fact that the disease is here and the people come first before the government, you know, this side I can say that the people really matter before even the leaders. This is the leader, is the people that come first before the leaders. It is the other way around.
Yes. Zeddy, what's your word that you can give us outside here, other than we have those people who seriously blamed our Kenyan government for their neglect on this issue. But now, what's your personal appeal, having been on lockdown? I don't know for how many, you've been there for months or even 1 year since COVID.
It is not, okay, where am I right now? We don't have a lockdown. Where am I right now? We don't have a lockdown. We don't have curfew. Oh. But in other provinces, there are lockdown, there are curfews, you know, like Ontario. They started, I think they started their lockdown some days back. There are also curfew. Kenya don't think, let those people don't think that that it is only Kenya that there's the lockdown, there's curfew. The lockdown and the curfew, they're just trying to regulate it. But what they do when they realize there's a rampant spread of a disease, they lock the country. And then what they do thorough testing, and then they give out the vaccine to control it. As opposed to Kenya, we only lock down and there's nothing going on. I'm not seeing, like they have not put it in a serious way that, okay, there's a lockdown, now let's deal with it accordingly. Up to date, me and you very well, you know that the COVID-19 billionaires, so the so-called, we don't know where the money is. You know? Like I said,
I just need, because we are almost bringing this to an end. Just one word to your viewers, those people who really you really feel for. What's your word for them as far as this COVID-19 is concerned?
One word I can say is that the COVID-19 is here, and to me, I can say we have seen people dying. It's real. People are dying outside. And if it does not, we are all affected, although we are not all infected.
Wow.
Okay. COVID-19, everybody in this world right now, COVID-19 has affected that person in one way or the other. So what I can say is that when the government puts some of the measurements, let's just try to follow them in a way that gonna help us to deal with the COVID-19. Because it is real. It is real. I've seen it outside there. It's real.
Wow. Yeah. Thank you very much, Zeddy. And if you're watching this live show, have it and take it home that it's real and it's here with us. Thank you very much, Zeddy, for sparing your time tonight to share with us your broad story. I know it's been nice having you on our platforms on Facebook and YouTube, as well as on on Twitter, where we are on Periscope. Stella, keep it up, and I hope you'll be going live again soon. Thank you very much, Stella, and everyone who spare their time to be with us. On our next topic, as Christine Odhiambo is asking, we'll be talking about, we'll be hosting a series of media personalities in the country. Next week, we are hosting one, Mercy Mbone. This is the first media story that we've had from you, Zeddy. You're doing a good job at Black Saints Media. And next week, we are hosting Mercy Mbone, who is a radio presenter and a host at Milele FM, and she'll be telling us a story, a journey that can be an inspiration for you and for everyone who will be tuned. Join us next week on Saturday at 8 p.m. as I host Mercy Mbone on the first media story that we'll be doing. Thereafter, we'll be having other guests lined up for you. Keep it the alternative voice, and may God bless you till next time. Remember to subscribe on that YouTube channel and to follow us so that you don't miss any update. Zeddy, your last word?
My last word?
Yes.
I can say to everyone who is watching right now is that never give up, regardless of what you are doing, regardless of what you are going through. If you give up, if you, for example, you are doing something and you give up on what you are doing, probably that was the guarantee that you have to struggle and make it. That was the only guarantee you are. So regardless of what you're going through, I know the life is difficult back at home, people lose jobs, the economy is bad, but just hold in, just hold on there. It will be good soon. And also follow me at Zedy Mdee. He's there on the IG, the Black Saint Media, Facebook, BSM Entertainment on IG as well. And be safe. Always be safe. And
thank you very much. Everyone stay blessed.